The following podcast may contain spoilers, strong language, graphic violence, and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised. It's a girl house.
Four guys and a movie. Four guys and a movie. Donnie, Brian, Rob, and Joe reviewing movies for the show. Four guys and a movie.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the 4 a.m. podcast, where it's October.
Really not, but
It's the end of
It's October.
I mean, technically it is.
So it's October.
Taking a break from the superhero summer
That's right.
on October 25th.
So
The one thing got in the way of our superhero summer is other seasons.
I'm your host, Rob, aka Jacko Plumpkins,
Nice.
with my co-host.
Brian.
William.
Skullhead Bony Hands.
I'm just gonna go with Joe. I didn't. It's been a while since we did nicknames. I
That's
wasn't
true.
prepared.
I should have let you guys know ahead of time. Tell you what, let's have a quick challenge. All of you. Well, first of all, it was really good of us to all dress up for the episode. That's pretty great. Thank you for doing that.
Clothes on, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's weird. We're all dressed as Jack Porkins from Star Wars, but
Stay
Yeah.
on target.
It's my usual dress.
it's fair. You do usually.
Well, I wanted to be,
explode.
what's his name from Batman?
Eckhart.
Eckhart.
Yeah, I'm actually Eckhart.
Okay.
But Amazon sent me the wrong costume.
Oh my god. Can we go to some kind of like party or something as William Wookin characters?
Yeah. Yes. And no only. What else was he in that we
And
saw
they'll be
recently?
like, why is Tony wearing an X-Wing fighter pilot costume?
He was in something
It
else.
was just recently, damn it.
Yeah. Was it? It was a movie we did for this, right?
Yeah, one of the superhero movies. Shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
My
I don't
brain
know.
is garbage.
Oh,
He was Blank
He
Man,
was
right?
one of the thugs in Superman, right?
Yes.
One of the
Yeah,
goons.
yeah. One
Yes,
of
he
the
was.
nuclear arms dealers.
Yes.
Okay, great.
All right, cool.
All right, so here's a quick challenge. Come up with a better name for me.
I don't know if that's possible after what
Chowder.
you just laid down.
Ciao.
Shafid.
Okay. Tony, you
Slap
want
nuts.
slap nuts? All right.
Chunk bulk hands.
Chunk bull cans. All right. I was thinking more Halloween themed, but I do like what y'all did there. Speaking of Halloween themed, Debetus was over. He was over encumbered. He couldn't get to Morrowind. He was moving too slow, so we had to call in his friend. We do have Plumpkins, the jack-o'-lantern here, and he's helping to share the load.
So you're sharing your name with...
Yeah, I named myself after him.
And he is my hero right now.
Yeah, he's America's hero.
Full of Halloween candy bars.
Oh yeah,
Is or
Fun
all
size.
sorts of caramel
he's
things in there.
rocking them fun size. Speaking of fun size, we watched an hour and a half long movie today. Monster House from, what did you say, 2006?
Yes.
So I believe I saw this movie in theaters.
So we're just getting right into it.
Yeah,
All right, fine.
with a friend. Why did you want to talk about what you have for lunch today?
I mean, I thought that was...
All right, let's talk about it.
Well, you want to fuck around a
Brian,
bit?
what'd you have for lunch today, Brian?
The one time he wanted to actually just progress. I was like, no, we can't do that.
Rob's on track for once. Let's derail this.
I've got a
fucker.
Snickers. Let's go.
I had the Chinese buffet today.
Ooh, how was that?
How many times
I
did
mean,
you
it
go
was
up?
mediocre, but it was cheap.
Yeah, but it's China. It was just Chinese. It was a Chinese buffet. All right.
How many plates did you get?
I go for about 3.
Nice.
Yeah. Do you do dessert?
No.
No.
Fuck that.
Okay. So all. So do you mix it up every plate? Or you just get the same thing over and over again.
I mean, I have 8 things I get.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on I try these 8 things every time I go, but it's not the same thing I always get. It's not the same one thing. I don't do just chicken and broccoli. You know what I mean? I mix it
What
up.
do you-
Just three
trying to say,
three
Brian?
plates of chicken and broccoli.
What are you trying to say, Brian?
Some people do that.
Yeah, I know. I do that. I'm like, I need something that doesn't have mushrooms in it.
Well, Fat Chat shout out to Brian, actually. He was the first person I ever met in college that he would go to a Chinese place and he'd be like, I want to order this thing with no vegetables. Just give me all the meat. and they'd be like, "We're going to charge you more," and Brian's like, "I don't care."
I used to do that for real. Like I
Just
stopped
give me
doing
the
that.
beef.
Now vegetables are okay now. Like I'm all right with them. But nah, plus I want all that meat.
So instead of beef and broccoli, just the beef.
Yeah, well, I think it was the
Just give me beef.
triple light or happy family, and it'd be like I don't want the veggies in it. Just give me all the other stuff.
He's like, "If there's any fucking broccoli in there, I'm breaking your fish tank."
Put this on the menu. Call it a Happy Brian.
What did you do for lunch, Joe?
All right, so I have to preface this.
You're going
with-
class, Will. You know that, right?
That's
Hey.
fine.
Okay.
I didn't know what
Why is this still happening?
I'm a busy man at my job.
pizzeria combos.
Nope. No, I had hummus and pretzels,
Hummus and pretzels.
which, yeah.
Hummus and
So
what?
I made up for the healthier lunch by immediately going to Burger King right after I got out of work. And shoved an
Impossible Whopper?
Whopper in
How
my
is
face
that?
on the way here. It's good. Like we talked about it last week.
Did we talk about it last week?
Same thing I had. I just the seagull didn't die on the way here.
I think that's the thing.
That was
I
gonna
think
be my
the
second
seagull
question.
kind of overshadowed the Burger
Fat
King
chat?
talk.
That's fair.
Yeah, I've been hearing good things. I'm like, maybe I should try that Impossible.
No, if you,
Combos are not as good as an adult.
yeah.
I got some
Yeah,
news for
remember?
you, Brian. They were not that good back then.
I would
Well,
get
you got the
whole-
wrong kind. Like the one in the blue wrapper, that's not the fucking
Pizzeria.
pretzel. Like that one's actually okay.
Pizzeria.
The one with the white and blue wrapper, I forget what it is. It's like cheese and crackers or
Pizzeria.
something. I don't know.
Pizzeria.
It doesn't. It's not real pizza. It's not
Pizzeria.
diarrhea. All right. So I legit. When was the last time I had a combo? It was at
I think it was
either
my
your
elementary school
house-
after school program.
either at your house or Matt's house, or it was at Brooks. It was a long time ago. We're talking 15, 17 years or so. All right, give me one of these.
Tony, what'd you have for lunch?
Yeah, what'd you have for lunch, Tony? I watched you eat it, but
I watched Monster House. Are you guys special needs? Because I am able to teach you racquetball.
racquetball.
I thought it was baseball.
It wasn't.
When did you play racquetball last, Tony?
Shut
When?
up, Brian.
On the
I said I could teach you. I didn't say
on
I
the
could play it.
PC. On the
He
PC.
walked on the court and like just got hit by the racquetball.
Sega's racquetball.
Rolled around on the ground for a while, going.
Yeah.
I gotta test the bouquet
I
here.
played racquetball not long ago on Wii Sports.
Will, what'd you have for lunch?
Had a Dave's double with cheese and spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's.
Now, mind you, we weren't going to do this, Tony, till Will opened his big fat mouth.
Hey, you
Oh,
shut
I
your
know.
big fat mouth.
I also had a spicy chicken sandwich and a junior cheeseburger.
I had Chinese.
All right, fine. I'm happy.
Also, combos, they're gross.
I wouldn't go that far.
But-
Well, you got the pizza kind.
But I could, if left to my own devices, I could probably take the whole bag.
Oh, that wasn't a question.
Yeah.
But they're
And
made
all
with real cheese.
Every bite, I would be like, this is gross.
until the
But I
bag's
would keep-
empty.
until
not
the
gonna
bag's
stop.
empty. And I'd be like, that was terrible.
All
I
right.
need to go get another bag.
I will. I hope you can remind me next time. I will try and bring the right kind for Joe.
Well, you'll have to ask Joe because I don't know what
mean,
he's talking about.
I don't need them. Like the right kind is just acceptable. Like I'm not saying it's good.
They seem way smaller
Anyway.
than they used to.
So do those little Debbie's.
I want to know
Ooh.
Oh,
is
Rob's
if
in
you're going to
trouble.
throw shade every episode, how come you ain't going to be on the episode? Every episode you're here for. You need to come closer to the microphones. If
You
you're
have
gonna,
been getting more talkative lately.
I haven't been here lately.
Come do an episode.
If you're going to emasculate me, you need to get closer to a microphone.
I'm sorry, did you need more margarita?
Ooh.
I'm good for right now.
That's the same one we had the other night, Dad. The margarita's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's good. I'm telling you. It's a good time. It helps you deal with things
Life.
that I won't mention while the microphones are on.
So back to this movie.
Monster House. Not talking about you. I see your coping mechanism.
Being wonderful.
That's right.
We love you.
So Monster House from 2006.
Speaking for Rob, since he's not smart enough to do it himself right now.
Brian, you ever seen Monster House before?
I thought I had, but I was wrong.
Maybe you just seen parts of it?
Maybe. I thought I saw it on TV, but apparently, maybe it was Paranormal. I thought I was watching. I don't know.
They are, yeah. I could see a lot of overlap there.
I could see someone getting not a lot of overlap, but I could see someone getting confused by the two names and whatever. But
William, how about you?
I think I had seen parts of it on TV, just like flipping channels, but never like the full movie, close to the full movie.
Gotcha. Tony?
I've seen this before. I believe you actually told me it was a decent movie after seeing it, so I had checked it out myself. I think when it came out on DVD or whatever.
Joe?
I know I saw this in the theater once, but it was one of those movies where I think I literally just had nothing to say about it and forgot about it probably by the time I got home.
Yeah.
You're good at that.
Yeah.
Certain movies, some I will never forget.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is like right on that edge of the teeter-totter, so it just gets forgotten, whereas like the ones that are really good are the ones that are really bad. We'll just...
Some go like in the dumpster out back, and then some like the bag breaks open on the way to the dumpster, and like the stink
everywhere.
stays on you.
Socks fall out everywhere. And all
Alright.
You're like, I don't even know where these socks came
Well,
from.
that was our review of Monster House.
All right, good night.
Back to superhero summer.
It's gonna be fucking snowing in like
Yeah.
superhero
That will
summer.
come to an end in
Summer of
2021.
2020.
Tony, give us facts and figures.
Okay. Whoa. So this movie, this movie was directed by Gil Keenan, who this was his first directorial debut. He also ended up doing City of Embers, the Poltergeist remake.
That happened.
That happened.
I forgot about that.
Happened and it's gone. Yeah, it passed away. Like,
Yeah. An episode of the Scream TV series. And coming in 2020, he is going to be the director of a movie called A Boy Named Christmas and a writer on the new Ghostbusters.
Great.
Not sure how to feel about that, considering that list of movies is kind of in a
shit.
downward slope.
Whatever.
I'm not familiar with
He's living his dream.
any
Good
of
for
that
him.
stuff, really.
Well, yeah, City of Embers was just like a forgotten movie. Poltergeist was just bad.
I mean, yeah. I'm not... I have no hopes for the Ghostbusters
Oh yeah, I'm not even seeing that.
threequel anyway, so whatever. I mean, what is he gonna do?
I still have some hope for it until the trailer drops, and we'll see what happens. But
Yeah, it's been a while since we saw that teaser.
yeah, so depending on which direction they try and go with this could be good.
They're all gonna come out in their proton packs and stuff. And you're gonna be like, wait, which ones are the ghosts? I don't know.
No, but that's the thing. I'm okay with them. Like, I'm hoping it's a passing the torch thing, and I hope they pick the right people to pass the
Chris
torch.
Pratt
to.
will be like in it.
What if they were
could be
all
okay.
ghosts? What if they were dead Ghostbusters?
I'd probably enjoy it more.
Yeah,
actually.
honestly,
yeah, that would be pretty.
Yeah.
cool.
that's
I would-
one that was, I believe, in the original script for Ghostbusters 3 that I really hope is still in this, which is, since Bill Murray doesn't really want to be part of it anymore, him showing up as a ghost at one point.
All right.
I
That's
would
something
totally
different.
be down for that.
and giving a blowjob to one of the
It's like it's
gross.
like
ghosts.
it's like a Christmas Carol situation where he's like, I'm forced to give you a blowjob every night.
It's better than
What
him.
Christmas Carol are you watching?
The one on Pornhub.
The Humpets Christmas
God, I'm
Carol.
glad my wife doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, she doesn't. No, none of our wives.
Still, my point. My
You
point.
don't want to see the scene in that movie with Tiny Tim.
Matt Crutch.
He's not tiny.
It's a turkey as big as me.
His name is now Crotchet.
That's the neck, Tim.
Yes.
That's the neck.
Anyway, where the fuck?
Oh man! All right.
When I showed up today, I did
So
not
Monster House.
think we would be talking about a Christmas Carol done as a porno. As
Surprise.
Dickens
It's a great-
always intended.
That's the great thing about life.
The name.
Yeah. So, in foreign markets, there are some changes to this movie, including in the Philippines, where it's called Neighborhood Crimes and Peepers.
All right, that's fair.
All right.
And in Germany, the names of Bone, Skull, and Chowder had to be changed to,
Bones, Thugs, and Harmony.
yes,
Boom,
Punk,
boom, 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 boom. Sorry.
Punk, Freak, and Ketchup.
Ketchup. What a
All right.
what a great nickname.
I don't understand.
Chowder's just not a thing.
Yeah.
By the way, these are oatmeal cream pies, so they're good for you. Everybody eat up.
Okay. The line or a line from this originally was piss in the bottle and not pee, but that had to be changed to keep its PG rating, which is why I hate the rating system. Part of it.
It's a sliding scale.
Yeah, it's a garbage scale is what it is. But anyway. And we kind of joked about this, but in the original idea for this, or the original script for this movie, all those people that we see get saved from the house didn't get saved.
Spoiler alert! Damn.
Yeah, man.
I'm not saying who.
All right.
Well, whatever. This movie's all about, or this podcast is all about spoilers, so whatever.
You gave the warning.
I really wish they all died.
Well,
You look dead now.
I mean, if you end the movie right when the credits start, they all died.
Yeah, they do. And also, yeah, this movie, as I know at least Will certainly noticed, it is very much inspired by like a Stephen King type of thing. And there were several references to other horror movies, including like the beginning with the girl on the tricycle is kind of a nod to The Shining. I forgot there were a couple other there that I'm totally blanking on now, but there's also a Donnie Darko reference, believe it or not.
So they had to cut the orgy scene to keep the PG rating.
Yes.
And the guy in the bear suit giving the blowjob.
That we now know is Bill Murray. Yeah, so anyone want to guess at how much money this movie cost to make?
30 million.
2006 CG movie.
Yeah, this is a tough guess because the animation both looks great and like garbage at the same time.
I feel like if I saw
this
this in
is-
06, so I'd
again,
be excited.
Just to point, this is not just CG. This is early motion capture.
Yeah.
That makes the big difference.
That means it costs way more than it should have.
I'm going to say 60 M's.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say 45 million.
30.
30.
I'm gonna go with 50 million.
All right, and just to clarify, when you say M's,
Is millions of dollars.
Oh. you make up some nonsense about it.
It's not millimeters.
Maybe meters.
He could have meant McDonald's money. I don't know.
Monopoly.
I guess I will have to give it to Rob. It was 75 million.
Ooh, okay.
It costs way more than it should.
You want
a
to
lot of
guess
money.
at how much how much money this movie made worldwide?
Say, worldwide? Let's say 110 M's.
111 M's.
115 M's.
1 M.
All right, it's 140.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So it did pretty good.
So that's Will then. A little winner over there.
Oh, means
Yeah, you
it's
everything.
almost a 2-for-1.
Means
Should've gone
everything to me.
115 and $1.
Yeah. No, that's almost a 2-for-1 ROI right there. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet it had like a video. I could see this having like a PS2 game, and
I think it did.
Xbox.
There's probably like sequel movies on home
I
DVD.
don't know if
Netflix.
that happened.
Really?
I mean, it's possible. I just haven't heard them.
Why don't you know, Tony?
You fuck.
Nickelbacker is like the good guy now. Whatever the fuck his name is.
He's going for the fat chat snacks. Let him get his snacks.
Yes.
Sexy.
No, my problem is not him going for the fat chat snacks. It's for ever waiting till I'm talking to be the most loud and obnoxious he possibly can.
This is like your whole life. I bet.
Oh, there's Kit Kats.
Yeah, that's what we're
Oh,
going
man.
for. It's like doors open.
100 grand.
Doors open Walmart Black Friday in here.
And Blumpkin just got ravaged.
It's Plumpkins.
No, it's Blumpkin.
No, Venkman's ghost is Blumpkin.
H.N. Blumpkins.
Because Dan Aykroyd's on the toilet from all that
That's a
freaking
Bismarck.
crystal head vodka. Well, not if he's got a sandwich.
That's pretty good now.
Oh, is it Chris?
No,
It's.
talking about Blumpkin. It's like,
I think it is actually crystal head vodka.
I
which is
missed
funny.
that for a moment.
I've heard it
Crystal
both
Skull.
ways.
Crystal Skull.
anyway, Tony, you were saying.
I was done. I think.
Go on.
You want me to talk about the cast?
Yeah. That's where we were headed.
Now my face is full of Kit Kat. All right, so you got Mitchell Musso as DJ, Sam Lerner as Chowder, Spencer Locke as Jenny, Maggie Gyllenhaal for no reason as Z, Steve Buscemi as Nebercracker, Kathleen Turner really for no reason as Constance,
Because who else can go? "Ugh."
She had
John Hader in his
a house to pay
post-Napoleon
for.
Dynamite glory as Reginald Skull Skolinski, Catherine O'Hara as the mom,
You could probably.
Fred Willard as the dad. No. Kevin James as Officer Landers, Nick Cannon as Officer Lister, and Jason Lee as Bones.
That's the entire cast.
Yeah, but also, like, that's way more money than you needed to spend on a voice acting cast. Like, that's a lot of people.
They all had things to buy. And they were like, they had probably under contracts, so they had to be in something for their studios, whatever.
Also, to be fair, I would imagine around 2006, most of them probably not that expensive.
So let's talk about how do we feel about the voice acting in this movie?
That was fine.
Yeah, it's
So
fine.
it's hard to tell because the people are herking and jerking around so crazy that I can't really.
Their eyes
The
are like
voices don't look like it's correct just because like it doesn't look like they're talking.
It's separating the visuals from the audio. I think acting wise and everything, the voices, the people were well done, and the acting was fine.
I have no idea what the kid voice actors look like, so it was easy for me to like picture that voice to those characters. But like for Fred Willard and all these other people, I'm like, it's Fred Willard's voice coming out of this guy that like just looks like.
Pictured him pounded off at the premiere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Catherine O'Hara as his mom. It's like that could be anyone in the office, just someone on the staff. Like she had like 3 lines.
That's true.
Everybody in the
Don't
movie.
get me wrong, I love me
kids.
some Catherine O'Hara.
That could also be one of those
O'Hara.
like we're doing reference stuff. Let's throw in the mom from Beetlejuice as the mom.
Look, it made $140 million. So like,
Yeah.
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 I mean, I wasn't impressed with the voice acting. I thought the kids, did okay. Everybody else was just not.
Well, really, what was there to say?
Well, I don't know. It wasn't what they said. It was.
Someone let something loose.
It was not.
That was just me.
I don't know. It felt kind of phoned in to me.
I don't know. I thought Steve Buscemi.
Oh, he was good.
I think the real problem is like some of what they had to say was just kind of not so much the acting, it was the writing.
Yeah, no, the writing is terrible.
Nick Cannon was the worst.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Nick
worst.
Cannon
Yeah,
was
that character was just
terrible.
awful.
He was making a lot of choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was making some statements. Speaking of
No, he's
statements,
making some payments.
are you producing Axe body spray over there? What is emanating from your butthole?
Saying it smells good?
It doesn't
No,
smell
it
like
does
Axe
not
body
smell-
spray.
does not
No,
smell
it
good.
is.
Does not smell good.
It smells fucking terrible.
It smells like the girls at the club just all turn around and went the opposite direction.
It takes a lot to gross me out with a fart, unless you're Eric, and I'm pretty grossed out by that.
Yeah,
one.
they're like,
I
didn't-
just shot out a dead carp, all right?
did you eat,
A little
did you
pinky.
eat those pinkies?
Eat a little pinky.
You're like waste not, want not.
Blaming the mother mouse like some kind of fiend.
Well, that's a reference no one will get. All right.
That happens on this podcast a
It
lot.
doesn't matter.
That's why they listen.
All right.
This is why no one listens.
We'll tell you the inside joke on the Patreon.
No, we won't. We'll forget.
Yeah, we will definitely.
It'll just be like a 5-second audio clip of Rob.
Someone email us or something. We won't remember
William.
by the time
Yeah,
you do.
email us to remind us to put it on the Patreon, and then become a patron so you
to
can
hear a
actually.
story you don't want to hear.
And
To hear a
by
story.
that time, we will have forgotten what the fuck
Yeah.
we were even talking about.
We really should have held on to that seagull story. All right, anyway,
That could have been a whole Patreon.
you really could have.
All right, so
You are
let's start
terrible.
this shit off. All right, so we start with a girl on a tricycle riding around, and
It's in the credits,
you
and
got
we go home.
some leaves blowing about. The leaves look all right. You got like a little like whimsical Forrest Gumpy kind of vibe as it's
Yeah.
flitting about. And then the
More
girl.
like American Beauty. You know,
Forrest
I tried
Gump
not
with the
to think
feather.
about
it was a
American
joke.
Beauty.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Oh, it hurt you?
Did Kevin Spacey hurt you?
All right, we're good.
When you really think about that movie.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yup.
I can't not now.
Nope.
My bad.
All right. Okay, so
It's not.
yeah, she's like la la la, bumbling around, very much like Pee Wee Herman. Rides her bike off the sidewalk and onto the lawn of the monster house. This like creepy ass house, and out immediately, like she's stuck on the grass, and out comes old man Smeagol. She's fucking
Real.
bum rushes this girl, screaming like crazy. And
But honestly,
eat?
yeah.
honestly, it's kind of terrifying. Like
Yeah.
it was legit scary.
No, it's Steve Buscemi immediately turned up to 10
But
and turned
how
loose.
long do you take being stuck on a tricycle before you just get off and push it off
She's
the
a little
ground?
kid.
So
She probably just thought, I can deal with this. I don't need to get up.
She
Like, you
was
never-
not prepared to deal with that.
She wasn't, but she thought she was.
Yeah.
You ever like rode your big wheel into something and it was trying to like right out of this and like the wheels are spinning and you're like, I
After
can do
like a
this.
second, I would have been like, okay, this isn't working. I'm getting out. I'm getting up. I'm
Like,
just gonna...
like stuck in the mud with your car. You try and get out
Yeah,
before you
but
get
it's
out.
a tricycle. I would have Flintstoned it.
That tricycle doesn't have positive traction. It ain't getting you out of the mud in Alabama.
Wow.
All right.
Well, can I just say, this is
No.
perhaps, I'm doing it anyway.
All right, dude.
Perhaps connection to Stephen King #1, which is we could solve all this with a fence.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
put up
why-
a fence.
it ain't
true.
the fence.
It might have. That's fair.
Yeah, she
But
was.
I doubt it.
Well, no, I think it had total control once it got off the municipal property. It had total control of what was going on. So I think it did probably just eat the fence.
It's entirely possible, but we didn't get to
Yeah.
see that.
Yep.
There's no reason to believe that happened.
I mean,
We just
it
didn't try.
occasionally ate those like
Signs.
signs.
Yeah, it did eat
Yeah.
the signs. That's why I believe it's
For
possible.
the most part, the signs
Yeah.
were still out there, but,
But yeah, exactly. The signs were there for a while. So that means at some point, if you had put a fence up, we should have seen it.
the house is insatiable.
But balls go over fences.
True.
Kites go over fences.
Yeah, you'd still lose some, kites and some balls, but like less children.
Keep those balls in the air.
So, freaking Old Man Smeagol here, who we have no idea who this person is right now, just fucking powerhouse breaks this girl's tricycle.
It's me in 10 years. I
He's
know,
like,
I
do
know.
you want to die? Do you want to die?
Yeah.
Do you want to
Get
be
outta
eaten?
here.
I mean,
Says,
he-
do you want to be eaten?
He is my hero.
All right.
Him and Plumpkins. But I mean, that's ultimately what I aspire to be. Just
In hindsight, he's a
terrifying all
hero.
the children, not taking care of my house at all. Cranky motherfucker.
Not too far off.
No, we're almost there.
He was taking care of his house.
True.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All
That,
right,
that
so-
uvula?
Now we meet DJ, who we have no idea that's his
You
name
would think
for
the
a
house
while.
would have had more of a gag reflex version.
And he's friggin' like got his telescope watching old man.
There we go.
At this point, we learned his name is Nevercracker. I thought he was Nevercracker, but whatever.
Nutcracker.
Yeah.
No, he's crackered.
Yep. And his parents are like, "Hey, we're here. All right, we're gone. Peace out."
Yep.
Deuces.
And they have a giant tooth for reasons. Dentists, I guess. Who knows?
Butterfingers in there too?
No.
All right, so,
Yeah, no Butterfingers. There's Milky Way Simply Caramel.
oh shit.
Oh, okay.
Got a
There's
fancy
also
call.
Reese's Pumpkins. There's the Raspberry Ghirardelli.
I want that shit.
But yeah, his
I've got a
parents are
refined
going
palate.
off to some dentist-related thing.
I've got a refined chocolate palate.
All right, so mom and dad are leaving, and they fucking run over Chowder,
Yeah.
this kid, and Chowder just fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the
Every
whole movie.
every
I hate this
aspect of
kid.
him.
Yeah, he's that friend that you either hang out with your friends or you hang out with that kid.
He's
But
like
you
the
can
kid
never
that
do both.
he's like the kid you're friends with simply because he's the only kid your age in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
He's a chunk.
Yeah.
He's also sadly he's every fat kid in every movie or TV show
Well,
ever, and I hate it.
But Chunk had charm, and Chunk had
Chunk had better writers.
he was a character.
yeah, Chunk had better writers. Yeah, that's it exactly. Like I was genuinely interested in Chunk's adventures, even though I would probably never want to hang out with Chunk. But anyway, yeah. So now we meet Chowder, and he's got this monster mask that got his dad runs over, and then they have a discussion about trick or treating, and DJ's like, "Hey, I'm too old for that." Chowder's like, "Come on, man, let's do it." And he's saying he got egged like the last 6 years he did it or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Like that's that's a strange neighborhood you live in.
Yeah.
Well,
How does it?
no, let's face it. It has nothing to do with the neighborhood. He's the weird kid that hangs out with the spaz,
Yeah.
so the neighborhood kids don't like them.
Oh, and
very
his dad's a dentist, so he probably gives out apples and crap.
Oh,
yeah, that
that's
might do
true.
it.
Yeah,
That's why.
If they're
All right, never
home,
mind, it makes sense.
Yeah, they're going to their swingers.
Well, so
convention.
now they're like, all right, let's not even be there.
yeah,
Fuck it. So
we
I
need to
can't
go to
aff-
the convention and pick up some more floss to give out for
Yeah,
Halloween.
yeah, the mini flosses. Well, they give them out for free at the conventions. Let's just grab some.
That house deserves to get egged.
so besides Chowder's destroyed pelvis from getting hit by a fucking car,
Who legit was hit.
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, but you
he's
know
like,
what? Here's the thing, though.
What?
He was wearing a cape,
Yeah.
and not like ironically. So I feel like he deserved to get hit.
He was kicked
Yeah.
the entire movie.
Oh yeah.
Well, until it becomes liability later.
Yeah, let's
Um,
if you're gonna dress like a superhero, you better have healing powers like a
Yeah.
superhero because you're gonna get hit by cars.
Freaking commit. Don't just wear like a cape.
Yeah,
And if you're going to wear a cape, commit to the cape. That shit better be billowing and whatnot.
Not like a reverse bib.
Yeah, have like a collar you pop. Anyway, fucking
This kid is
So-
the worst.
he's like,
hate
I got my
myself
new
right
b-ball, you know.
He doesn't know how to play.
Nope, he's like shooting some b-ball outside the school. And I don't even know how he does this, but he makes a shot, hits himself in the face with the shot.
don't you know? White, morbidly
Yeah.
obese men can't jump.
And that that basketball is all the way across the street, deep in enemy territory on the Monster House's lawn.
And again, that didn't bounce, that rolled. So one fence in
Yeah.
this whole movie doesn't happen.
Question, not related to the movie.
Of course.
Is it just me,
Yes.
Yeah.
or no? Wait till I've said it.
Continue.
Do these combos taste like fish smell?
I'm not even gonna try one of those.
You should
That's-
try one.
Yeah, I'm not
No,
gonna
that's
eat
the
one.
gross.
You should
kind.
try one.
That's like the worst kind.
You should
I
try
don't.
one.
I don't think so.
You should have another
I ate a
one.
handful.
It might be that blue apron box that's outside your door.
It's just a bunch of fish in there
There might be.
making fish stinks. You had a handful?
Yeah.
All right, well, good for you, first of all.
You know it's dog food, right?
What, the combos?
Yeah.
Guys-
Everything's dog food.
I want to know your thoughts on pizzeria combos.
Not pizzeria, pizzeria.
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 Sorry, Tony,
Pizzer-
for
yeah,
just
pizzeria.
fragging your audio equipment with plugins.
All right, I'm sure the audience loved it.
Please email us at the4ampodcast@gmail.com. Tell us your combos experience. If you have a favorite flavor of combo, if you remember what combos are.
Please
they
address
smell.
that one attention of Rob.
Yes,
because
please
the rest
do.
of us do not give one damn.
I'm
He's the
gonna.
only one who reads the emails anyway.
It's true.
I will also, in addition to trying to bring Joe's quote-unquote good kind next time, I'll see if I can't bring the pepperoni pizza ones.
Adequate
See if
kind.
that changes.
Adequate.
Adequate kind. Whatever.
So you're saying they
It's all
should
garbage. Why are we fighting?
you're saying they should build a fence?
Yes. Around the house.
So,
Like a border fence.
Like a wall?
and now this is
That's gonna be the sound bite that they take out
Yeah,
at your trial.
They should build a house around the fence and make Steve Buscemi pay for it.
Well, because, the ones that cross it, they put in cages down in the basement. So.
Oh, ouch.
no, because
Where do they go, actually?
no, because he would be a Trump supporter, and he would be, and they would stand up for this guy's right to have a psycho killer house.
Yeah,
It's
it's his
like-
property.
Yeah, it's like if those people didn't want to get eaten, they shouldn't have stepped on his lawn. Fuck it.
He was the first one there anyway. They built up the neighborhood around him.
Not to get all into this too much, but is anyone else thinking that if a certain president saw this, he'd try and build a bunch of houses along the border and murder people in them?
Yeah. No, he'd be like,
This will keep us safe.
Are you talking
make
about
these-
Jimmy Carter?
Yes.
yeah, Jimmy Carter.
He does build houses.
He does like
build houses. Well, that's it. Like, what people don't realize this whole time, they've all been fucking monsters. They're just
Monster
they're
house.
like
Talking about-
Cylons just waiting to be activated.
I heard you talking about a certain president building houses. Well, you can do the voice better, do it.
Jimmy Carter. They made me give up my peanut farm.
Mr.
You know-
Carter, we appreciate you building the houses, but we noticed an awful lot of homeless people have gone missing.
It's all part of the plan.
It's funny though because he's easily like the best human being that's been president in like at least the last 75 years. Like hands down. But I will always just remember that scene where he's rowing the boat and a bunny tries to swim on his boat and he has no idea what it is. He just smashes the fucking thing with an oar.
What?
Whoa,
That happened. Like,
I
look
need to
that
look
up.
this up.
Jimmy Carter, he fucking murdered a rabbit with an oar.
Well, Joe.
And it was one of those, like, it was supposed to be like a good promotional video of him, like, connecting with nature out in his rowboat. And he just
Joe, I got news for
fucking
you.
smashes
Shoot
it.
It's not called Rabitat for humanity, is it?
Well, wait, to be
Shoot
fair,
it, Secret Service. Shoot it. Take the shot.
he's supposed to be connecting with nature. What animal would have been acceptable to bludgeon to death with an oar?
No. Like, that wasn't the plan, but it's just a fucking
Scare
soaking wet rabbit jumping onto your boat. Like, he was just not ready to deal with that day.
It's a chupacabra.
So he just fucking swung for the fences with the oar.
You would.
Oh, God. That is horrifying, yet I can't stop laughing.
All right, so the kids go to get this ball.
Yeah, this movie.
So Jimmy Carter comes tearing out of the house.
It does kind of
Full
look like
throttle.
poor old Jimmy Carter.
Anybody want a fan going?
What?
You want a fan going? You all good?
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
get through it.
Can make it through.
All right, so like these kids suck because it's like everyone's kicked the soccer ball onto the lawn of the person who doesn't want you there. Like you never stop. You just run. You grab that shit. They're gonna yell at you, but you're gonna be across the street by the time their old ass is out of that house. And even though this guy is coming full throttle out of his house, he's still
He's at an 11.
he's still an old motherfucker.
He's
and
90
it's
years
probably
old, like-
easy to outrun.
He looked 40 years old in that picture
Yeah.
of World War II.
No, but he legit is terrifying when he runs out of his house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
like
like-
Gollum if Gollum was tall.
In the way like they filmed, well, they drew it, however the fuck they did it.
Oh, they filmed it.
His face comes out of the dark hallway like fucking what was it a Shere Khan in the
Yeah.
like just the eyes burst. It's like like, he growls and shit.
He was
It's
voiced by
terrifying.
Idris Elba.
Like he locks onto you for a second, and then he's just boom, like full sprint. So he
You
fucking
just see, like, the eyes glowing and that, like, weirdly toothless grin, like a
So
fucked up
the
Cheshire
other thing-
cat.
because you should be on your exit approach by the time he comes out the door.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you don't because if you stop and look at him, that terrifying motherfucker's just going to freeze you with his horror gaze.
Yeah.
So no, you don't look at him until you're back across the street.
But here's the thing: you gotta like, see, so you know, as a child and an adult, I basically view all people as that old crazy man.
Mhm.
And everything I desire in my life is that ball in the middle of the yard. So I would go at it from a totally different strategy. Like as soon as I saw that ball was over there, I would book for that ball. I'd snatch it up and I would like just like dart sideways onto the next lawn, like save space and
Pretty
then
much
like
what we're saying.
make a
Yeah.
but like there should have been no hesitation.
Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
yeah, that
Which means
your options are you either just say fuck it, that ball's gone,
yeah.
or the minute you see it over there, you go at it full speed
Right.
and you do not stop till you're back where you started.
Yeah.
Right. And like it should be just primal fear
Yeah.
fueling you.
Yeah, natural instincts.
But DJ sucks just as much.
Oh, yeah.
as
I'll give
the
him a
other
pass
kid.
only because his idea was, sorry, dude, you lost your ball.
Yes.
it's a sad time. But fucking Chowder,
Yeah.
Chowder's dumbass was like, come on, man, just you go get it because you're basically a grown up now.
Well, yeah.
You go get it. Fuck
I
Chowder.
suck too much to get it
I
myself.
suck too much to.
But also
I'm wearing a fucking cape.
$28, man.
that's real.
he got-
That ball is
yeah, that
I
was a
mean,
nice
and that's just a basic
It probably was like genuine leather.
that wasn't even
That's-
like a signature edition. That was just like
Sadly, that's the
Ball.
most I felt for Chowder throughout this whole movie.
that he spent $28 on it.
Yeah, and
Of
loves
money he just asked
His
for.
dad owns a pharmacy, so he probably got it from there, right?
That he
Well, he's
mowed
a-
2
yeah.
yards and then asked his mom for 26 individual dollars.
Yeah, this is one for $1.26 time.
All right, so he's frozen by the dread gaze of old man Nevercracker, who grabs him like he's setting him up for the razor's edge, like he's just hoists this kid up in the
That
air.
would have been pretty amazing, though.
Yeah, like in
Then he
full
just
berserk. He's like,
If this had been 2019, Chowder would have been filming that on his phone, and then Nevercracker would have gone to jail.
Nevercracker just puts him through a table and then calmly goes back into his house.
but Nevercracker forgets that he's like 90, and it's just immediate heart attack. Like he's just done.
I thought his heart would have been stronger from lifting up that big ass wife.
Oh.
No,
I mean, it's been a few
No,
years.
he played that shit where it lied. He did not move her.
That's true.
I don't think that's what Will was talking about.
I don't think so either, but either way, it had been a while.
He was a power bottom.
Coxman.
Yeah, so I wrote in my
Slap the
notes,
side
old
right
man,
away, man.
old man Nevercracker hulks out, then dies. And so they just come get him with an ambulance and take him away. And DJ just got his first kill.
Like legit nightmares for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Oh, because he falls face first on him?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, passes out on him, eyes open.
Mouth to mouth almost.
Fucked.
Rock hard.
Also, big problem here. Still didn't get to the baseball or the basketball.
Basketball. Nope. Gone.
Fuck
No.
those kids.
Well, but if you look back, the ball itself is gone.
Yeah.
In this scene.
yeah,
Like,
but
I did notice that.
whether that was the house eating it or a mistake, I don't know. But like either way, one of those damn kids should have grabbed that ball before it happened.
Well, he was transfixed by the Resident Evil style twinkle, giving away the keys is now in play.
Yeah.
And he grabs old man Nevercracker's key. And the lawn straight up eats one of the wheels off the gurney they're taking Nevercracker away on.
Yep.
And they're just like, fuck it. 3 wheels now, whatever.
Yeah, and one blade of grass is like holding on to his finger as they're like
It was kind
lifting
of
him.
touching.
Yeah,
But like, they're just like, okay, I guess,
whatever.
that wheel's just gone.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they're
I mean-
concerned about saving the patient.
Yeah.
Put in a work order for
Yeah.
another gurney.
If that's a real gurney, first of all, I think it would have like 6 wheels. So one you could probably get away with
Yeah.
losing. And yeah, I would imagine the priority is on the patient, not the equipment.
So now DJ goes back home. I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
You'd think someone would notice, but whatever.
All right, so now DJ goes back home. Crowder's like, well, I think my work here is done. And we meet Elizabeth, who shows up. She's acting all nice and sweet, wearing like a pretty sweater and all that. Comes in, and he's like, no, my parents are gone. You could drop the act. So she's like, all right, I'm just going to blaze the Iron Maiden and like, show off my Skull and Bones shirt. And let her hair go wild. And I'm like, all right, this girl seems cool right now. She's immediately abusing her power, just fucking with this kid.
Yeah.
Breaking
Broke a
plants.
plant,
Yeah.
blamed it on him. I'm like, all right, can the movie be about her? And no. Nope.
I wish.
Yep.
Also, fun side note. I didn't really notice this the first time I saw this, and part of this is through research, but apparently there's a whole side story they cut out or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you notice, her shirt was Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, she is dating Skull. By the
Mhm.
end of the movie, she's dating Bones.
Bones. Then when she's dating Skull.
Or right, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, those two are apparently in a band together that she's a fan of, and she's dated both members.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
She's going to date Bulk as well.
That makes the end
Goddamn.
of her end scene be a little bit more makes a little bit more sense then. All right.
All right, so now like DJ goes up to his room, immediately falls asleep, and it's fucking nightmare time. It's just the shadow of the monster house just creeps on in his room and does a bunch of creepy stuff.
And interesting side note here, the hand definitely does seem to be a thicker hand. Not like your standard scrawny skeletal thing. It's
Bulky.
like
something
maybe a big woman's hand.
like you'd expect to be, attached to Plumpkins
Yeah. Or bulk.
or Bulk.
Or Porkins.
Porkins.
Porkins. All right, so wakes up and like he's staring out the window, and he calls up Chowder to meet him at the danger zone, and then he is scared by this character Bone, who looks goddamn awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been through some shit.
Like, I don't know, this character model, like, it doesn't look like a person. It just looks weird.
It's like zombie Tom Petty they were saying during the podcast.
Yeah.
We were watching it.
Yeah. I kind of felt I made a joke about how this whole movie, we didn't get too much into the looks, but this whole movie looks a little off and weird, but it's not as bad as Polar Express. But I feel like they saved the screen cap from Steven Tyler from Polar Express and used it to help create this horrific character.
I never saw that movie.
Well, what I'd say with Polar Express, though, at least the animation was slow and deliberate a lot of the time, and more, well, some of the scenes at least. This one, people are fucking spazzing out left and right. It could just be because I haven't seen Polar Express in a long time.
Watch it again, Joe. It's,
Okay.
it's scarier than this.
Okay.
This is an upgraded food fight. So,
this is a big upgrade.
But
It's not as far as I thought it would be, though. Like, they're... like the textures are clearly better, but like the way these kids are moving around, it ain't that different from Daredevil Dan and his Caesar legs.
I don't know.
No, it's definitely better than that.
Nobody in this movie started crying shit chunks at any point.
Well, also, let's not forget
Give
that
Chowder
scene
more time. You know.
where Doc Brown, shit, I can't think of his name, but
In fairness,
Jank-a-leg.
Dr. Brown was a robot.
Again, we weren't sure if it's because he's a robot or because of the shitty animation.
He was a badly animated robot.
But yeah, he janky like a fucking marionette down that aisle and stomps on some chips.
The point is,
Way worse than anything.
I
here.
had to entertain the thought of, is this in the same category? It's not.
It's not.
But the comparison popped into my head.
This is one of the first major motion pictures to have all like motion capture, or maybe not one of the first, but like it was still in its infancy. So anything motion capture is just going to be a little off at that point.
I think the suits they were wearing did not have enough ping pong balls or something.
When did King Kong come out?
Good question. I don't remember. But even still, like, I see where you're going with that, but like, you're talking about one character
And Andy Serkis.
Mm-hmm.
and Andy
Lord of the
Serkis
Rings.
and like another $10 million at least, but
Like, you don't even have to put the ping pong ball suit on Andy Serkis. Like, that's just the software's designed to Andy Serkis.
he actually just
Like,
grows goiters in the shape
Initiate the circus program.
Anyway, so I'm just gonna speed things along here.
Yes, please.
So, like, Bone shows up. He's like, "Oh, I'm an asshole. You have a doll. You suck." Blah.
That was sad.
Yeah. Then they, DJ sneaks out the house while Bone's trying to put the moves on.
He's trying to bone her.
Yeah,
I-
trying to bone her.
I do have to clarify one
Yeah.
thing. Steven Tyler was in Polar Express?
Yes.
Why?
Because halfway through the movie, I guess they were like, this isn't going to be horrifying enough for children, so let's make Steven Tyler an elf and sing.
Oh God, I remember that now.
Yeah.
I
I'm
do
not-
remember
I've
that.
not seen Polar Express.
We should do that for Christmas
Should
I'll
we?
just-
podcasting.
Should we?
This is burned in
Spectacular.
my head as much as those pinkies.
And the
all
Christmas
right?
Carol we were talking about
I
earlier.
just remember it being a fantastic letdown. Being, like, pretty to look at stills of.
Yeah, but if you're going to look at
Sure.
stills,
Yeah.
just read the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
The book's great.
I
a
think they
classic.
were just like, well, it worked for Jumanji, so it'll be good, right?
Like, Steven... Okay. All right. I'm back to...
Sure.
Back to DJ
All right.
being shitty.
DJ meets Chowder at the frickin' the danger zone, which is a construction site.
Just mention quickly,
Danger
the
zone.
crypt keeper here, Bones, gets
Yeah.
eaten by the house.
Yeah. Well, he that happens after this, I believe.
Oh.
Whatever.
It literally is the next thing.
It does
Yeah,
not
it doesn't matter.
possibly
Yeah.
matter. But
Bone, like, he gets kicked out of the house because he's acting too creepy.
He's getting a
for
little
Z
rapey.
now. Yeah.
A little handsy.
Well, but see, Z was like about to do the makeouts, and then he's just like, I'm going to talk about this guy eating his wife and all that, and just did a complete 180 on the mood. And then he just tackled her off the couch. That never helps either.
I think the other problem, he's not big on making out. He wants to go right for
Yeah.
the main course.
do you love me?
Want to see my downstairs mix up? Anyway,
Playing your love games with me?
so
You ever drink Bailey's from a shoe?
yeah, you find out Bones he had a kite that he really loved, and it crashed on that lawn. So he's glad that Crowder's dead. So now he goes outside. And he's like, Crowder, you fucked up my chances with this girl.
Crowder.
Or not
Chowder.
Chowder, not Chowder, Nebbercracker. Sorry. I think at this point I still thought the old man's name was Crowder. I don't know.
Nutcracker.
It would make more sense.
Nut chowder.
Anyway, fucking.
Nice.
So yeah, he throws shit at the house, and then
Name's
he's
Nut
like,
Chowder. No.
I'm going to come on the lawn, and then the house eats him.
Well,
Yep.
that make
Yeah.
any house angry.
Well, the house doesn't just eat him. Like, it's the way it does, it's kind of fucked up. So he told a story about his kite. The house is getting pissed off at him fucking his lawn up. So, lo and behold, here's his kite in the doorway. And it's like, well, flying back and forth in front of him. He's, oh, my kite. For some reason, I'm drunk now.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks up to the
I
front
had
door.
one beer.
Yeah, he did have a
Sucks him
beer.
in.
Yeah. Speaking of coming on the house, on the
That's
lawn,
later.
I'm about to get a
Rob's got a Twinkie. Move it on.
cream-filled tube.
So yeah, all right. They meet at the construction site. You see, there's a bulldozer there. Okay, cool. They move on.
This kid
And-
is playing with it because he's an asshole.
Yep.
He sucks.
Fuck Chowder.
So
It'd be hot, though.
they
You don't
go
wanna do
back
that.
to the house though,
Burn your balls.
and Chowder's like, "All right, check it out. I got this. I'm gonna go play ding dong ditch with the house, and I'm gonna go up there and ring the doorbell, and the house comes alive again, tries to eat Chowder, and
I gotta say, I appreciate that. Like the subtleties stop when the kids are involved.
yep,
The house, like, I'm a fucking monster house. Like it doesn't play the game for the whole movie. It's like, no, I'm a fucking monster house. I want to eat you. Get in my belly.
and it has some weird ability to make nobody else in the neighborhood at all
Yeah,
able
somehow.
to see this.
It's a shitty neighborhood.
Yep.
Well, to start, one thing I don't appreciate, fucking Chowder,
Right, we
just
know.
in general, but
It's not fun.
he wasn't willing to go on this lawn to get his ball, but now, because I guess he thinks the guy's dead, he's totally cool with just pissing on his grave.
Well, he doesn't see. He doesn't believe the house is haunted. He thinks the guy was so the guy's not
I
there
get
no
that.
more. So his courage is up because nobody's
no,
home. So
I don't buy that. Like,
he
this
didn't
kid,
believe it. He didn't believe DJ.
this kid wears a friggin' little cape all the time. This is the kind of kid that wets his bed constantly. He is not going to be brave enough to be doing this.
He'll be brave enough if he knows that there's
Yeah,
no
he knows
chance.
there's no
Nobody
consequence.
no
inside.
consequences. He'll act big until the time of consequences. So he doesn't believe him.
Either way, all right. So yeah, house tries to eat them. They they run back home, and then they're like watching the house all night. And this is where we meet Jenny, who again we don't get her name till like way after you care.
Wendy. She looks like Wendy's.
She
What's
does
that?
look like
She looks like
Wendy.
Wendy
She
from
does look
Wendy's.
like Wendy, yeah. So she comes. She's got a wagon full of candy, just cranking up the fat chat. And she's like, I like how she plays it with Z. She's like, "Look, you're babysitting. I know the parents gave you some emergency money. It's like I'll give you a receipt for $30. You spend 20 of it on candy, and you keep the other 10." And Z's like, "Okay, deal."
Like low key, her hustle is a threat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like she shows up to parents' houses and like, I'm selling candy because if you don't have candy on Halloween, you get egg and shit happens to your house. Like it's a legit threat.
Yeah.
It's like pay me protection money or else
Yeah.
I'm gonna
She
fuck
worked
your
that
house up.
sale well.
No, she's smart as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
You're a smart kid.
And I think the baby's Liz, Z, whatever her name
Z.
is called. Like she was like, all right, you're like me. Right, same hustle. All right, I get something, you get something. All right, let's fucking do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So-
Pour some into my hand, please.
Um,
No, don't put the whole bag. I don't want the whole bag.
so yeah, you go upstairs and
They're so bad.
she gives the candy to the boys.
This
And
is how I got fat.
we play a game where what teenager hasn't played a game of is this pee or Mountain Dew?
What?
I've never peed in a bottle.
Wait.
When I had access
Joe,
to a
explain
bathroom.
the rules of this game to us.
No, I have myself. I've
I
never
mean,
actually.
we've
I was
all,
trying to make a joke that Mountain Dew looks like piss.
I mean, it does.
and tastes like piss,
No, it
and
doesn't.
Tastes
Oh,
great.
it's good.
It's delicious.
I can't drink it. So
Says the
shut
man
up.
stuffing his face with combos.
You know what?
That he hates.
Yeah.
I do hate them. I hate them for multiple reasons.
Crying on the inside,
I mean,
stuff in his
he
face.
is just shame stuffing. Right now.
I hate them because A, they taste bad. They're not
They
good.
smell like fish or
They-
whatever.
They smell. They taste like fish smell.
This is all A.
Yeah.
B, they're the reason I'm fat.
Combos.
That is not the reason.
Combos.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Not Taco Bell.
It's not Taco
no.
Bell.
Not your own poor decision making.
You clarify when you say combos are the reason you're fat. You mean because you comboed 2 double stacked cheeseburgers?
Yeah, like a
Ordering
combo meal.
combos from
Combo
Wendy's.
free at Wendy's.
Yeah.
Ordering
Combo for
combos.
Taco Bell.
That was later after.
When you had a car.
No, well, yeah. No, I worked at the
Getting Whopper patties for the double.
I worked at the
hamburger.
pharmacy, like someone, and I.
He's breathing heavy now.
He's gonna have a heart attack. He's gonna go never cracker on us.
He's
Was
like
Chowder based on
stammering.
you?
I think he's about to have a heart attack.
Never cracker.
Give up on life.
Good.
Just let me have my combos and die in peace. I think I'm just eating these because I need something savory because there's so much sweet
There's
crap
a lot of
on the
sweet
table. And I just my body just needs something.
Should have saved one of those cheeseburgers.
I should have, but
Who saves cheeseburgers?
Emergency cheeseburger.
they were. I had
Should
emergency
order 3.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah, that emergency cheeseburger never lasts.
But
until it's an emergency.
somebody can get here on time.
What's funny is neither one of those.
I know. It could be either one. You can all decide amongst yourselves.
I have a job that
I have a job too.
demands that I
knew.
work
All right,
a specific
back to-
set of hours.
All right,
you
back
know.
to Monster House.
Anyway,
Yeah, so...
It's time you prioritize this podcast you don't get paid for, Chow.
so
I have.
DJ and Chowder see
why I bleed.
the redhead girl through the binocular
Yeah.
through the telescope. Chowder already has a chub, and then she's walking up to the monster house, and so they're like, "No, we're gonna save her!" So they run out to save her, and she's like, "What the fuck's wrong with you kids? It's just a fucking house."
And the house freaks the fuck out.
It's like, I'm a
hold
fucking.
on. She's like, "Are you mentally challenged? Because if you're mentally challenged, I'm certified to teach you baseball."
Yeah.
Yikes.
How does that happen?
I don't
She's
know.
probably a
Which
Girl
part?
Scout and it's probably some
Yeah, it's-
merit badge.
Is there just a class for teaching baseball to mentally challenged people?
I would like to
Yeah, probably.
remove myself from this part of the conversation.
Please
You
do.
good? Good.
No.
Yeah, I'm good.
No,
No, I'm good.
that's-
I'm
Way to adult.
just gonna
That
sit back here, sit
Drink
back.
your margarita.
That was the reference I was making before with you guys, but
Oh, I missed it.
the racquetball thing.
Oh, yeah, I missed it.
Either way, that's as far as I'm going to go with the conversation.
Yeah,
I just
that's-
it needs
That's
to
a
be
line
known
in the movie.
that was said.
I think that, the idea was just she's part of a higher class and they teach.
Don't even think too much about it.
Yeah, just
This time, Chowder reveals why he got that nickname, and he goes, "I'm gonna Chowder."
All right. At this point, though, also we're told that his father's on the phone and he's worried
Yeah,
about
that's
you.
why he chowdered.
And he says he should be, to which I agree. The only thing I agree with Chowder about
yeah.
his father should be worried about it.
So now the house is just like,
He wears a cape.
I'm going to play with my food for a little bit. Gets her in the wagon and is doing all this like roly-poly shit with the sidewalk up, propped up on these like tree root arms and pipe arms and stuff. And you're like, just fucking shove her in your face. You don't see Rob trying to balance a Milky Way, amongst 4 platforms before he just rams it in his pie hole.
He's not juggling the
That's what
compost.
If he had Legos set up here, he'd probably
Yeah,
make
if I
some
could,
sort
if I could make it work.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it was a little weird, but I've never been a monster house, so I don't know how complicated.
I think the
this
house
is.
just wanted to show off, like,
Yeah.
hey, there's apparently nobody in this neighborhood other than you can see me, so I'm just gonna bounce you around for a while.
Or my food tastes better when it's terrified.
Look what I can do.
Well, like you killed my person, so
Well, it's like it's like scrimps. You don't want to eat a scrimp with all the poopies in it, so you gotta scare the poopies and peepees out of your food.
Fuck.
No,
Indeed.
All right, Joe.
I found
hit us up.
another reason why I like the fact that I'm a vegetarian.
That's right.
I never have to worry about
There's no
whether
poopy
not
or
my
pee
food
pee on
is
those plants.
defecated.
well, your foods eat defecation.
They grow straight out of it.
You don't know what was touching that Impossible Whopper.
actually, you do.
Yeah.
Burger King employees.
Yeah.
So feces.
Congrats.
Yeah. So
Anyway, so
Our food poops on your food.
Much love to
but they
Burger
managed
King.
to save the girl from the house.
Yeah. So then Z comes out and the house is like, oh shit, gotta go. And like it calms down. So DJ's like, oh, I'm not freaking out. I'm just having like a lot of puberty. And she's like, I think you need to lay off the Mountain Dew, which is never the answer.
No.
Sometimes the answer.
Yeah.
What, laying off the
In
Mountain
fact,
Dew?
in fact,
Yeah.
the Mountain Dew might be the only thing
John
holding the
Stanley
puberty
has
back.
drank nothing but Mountain Dew his entire life.
And look at John.
It was not a good argument. Yes.
What?
We still love you, John.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know where you're going with that argument, but
Straight into the ground.
you know what? John's really.
Well, I
he's
agree
really,
that's not the best example. Let's not upset one of our 4 listeners, all right?
John's actually a really great guy, and I think we're a little hard on him.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this as a friend because I know he listens to the podcast.
We're hard on everyone.
Maybe you are.
All right, Margarita Rob.
reining it in for once.
Yeah, Ruff, I'm taking
think-
a weird turn here.
I think these combos have really settled me.
Is that the key? Not Doritos combos?
Yeah, I might have to
Yeah.
get more combos for
Okay.
sure.
I'm turning over a new
Just
leaf.
draw a graphic of him throwing the Doritos away, that combos. Like,
Yeah.
Well,
right.
Doritos just keep him quiet. Combos seem to make him more
Soothe
mellow.
the
yeah.
savage beast.
Or at least
Twas
lull him into
combos
a-
that saved the savage
No,
beast.
because you see that rage it's still going to be there. It's just suppressed. And when he runs out of combos, it's going to rage forth like a crazed Steve Buscemi set to 10, just flying right
But
out
we'll
of
be
the monster
long
house.
gone, Joe. It's
Well,
fine.
no, I
Poor
mean,
Sharon.
we don't know how long the half-life on those things are.
That's true. It's still untested.
Yeah.
But right now, he's just like a fat lion, and he's just too lazy to go attack. And I
All
like
right, so
it.
what's next? What's next in this movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Fat
they take
line.
the girl to the observation post and immediately begin fighting over her.
Mhm.
It
Well, I mean, obviously.
sucks. Like, I mean, yes, that's true what happens, but it's annoying to watch.
Yeah. Oh, puberty.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Mexican food. Really?
Yeah, get out of here.
All right,
That's your-
so
Yep.
she's
So-
trash.
Yeah, she's
Because
garbage. She's just human
She
garbage.
says she hates tacos, and I'm like, you're trash. Like, who hates tacos?
Not even tacos. Mexican food, period.
Somebody who's trying to fight off the advances of two boys obviously competing.
Yeah, but I would have just pushed her out the window at that point. I would have been like, okay, nobody wins. You lose. Out the window. Go.
Well, no, I
Take
think
our
me-
monster
I think
house.
me and my friend would have just drawn and quartered her.
Oh, okay. That's fine too.
To the fart?
No.
That's gotta be one though.
Was
That is a
your-
part in progress.
That was your stomach?
That was my stomach.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
Oh, also his room has some sweet posters in it. I'm
Yes.
specifically digging the M4 Sherman tank drawing on the wall. That one was pretty cool.
How about T-Rexcellent?
T-Rexcellent was
Did that-
real cool.
Bad
Dinosaur
attitude
on
duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad attitude duck.
And what was Kiss My Trunk?
Kiss my trunk, yeah.
Yeah, he had some good stuff going on in there.
Classic.
So, all right. So now the house eats a dog. And then, like, Chowder goes out and looks at the house, and the house is like, hey, I got your basketball. And it's like bouncing it in front of him, right in front of the door.
It even drew like a scary face on the backside of it.
Yeah. And like,
This fucking house, like, it remembers what shit you lost
Yeah.
there and taunts you with it.
Chowder was, well, Chowder blabbed about it several times, and I mean, the house.
You know,
can
the
probably hear him.
skull bones, whatever.
Yeah.
His kite?
Like, he was talking
Yep.
about his kite in the other house.
Mm.
Like, that's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
So, yeah, so now, like, they're like, let's call the cops. And these fucking cops. Fuck.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
Paul Blart, real cop.
Oh, it's just the less annoying cop is like barely tolerable, and then the Nick Cannon's cop is
Oh my god.
Immediately
Whole
wants to
nother
shoot them in the
worst.
face.
Whole nother level.
just terrible writing.
I don't
that.
understand the direction this guy was given. Like,
I can't fault Nick Cannon because there's no good way to say any of the lines that he has.
no. Although I will say he said them really poorly. Like,
There's no way not to.
Well,
like
We did find out Dan Harmon was involved in writing this movie.
Mhm.
I feel like there was a quirky sense of humor that was involved here at one point that probably got toned down to keep this PG rating. So anything useful or good kind of got drained out of this.
that's an assumption here.
It is, but
It's the best we got.
that's the feeling I got from a lot of this. Like I mean, first of all, I think we were all kind of hoping when the Nick Cannon cop pulled out a gun that it was going to end like Pulp Fiction.
Mhm.
But
I mean, I wasn't, but whatever. Okay.
how the fuck did I end up on Skull Detail?
But, like, yeah, it seemed like we might have had a good joke here, but we couldn't use certain words, so we changed them around, and it killed the joke. And
So the cops make these kids fucking march in front of the car and then just slowly roll along after him. He's like, yo, my house is right there. The cop's like, fuck it, march.
yeah, you're going down the street to somebody else's house.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Again, that's something today that would be cell phoned, and I mean the cops would be let off on it for something stupid. But
Well,
anyway,
nowadays we'd be happy if that's all. The cops did.
Like, he did pull his gun at one point.
all right. So now they go to the arcade to consult the local oracle, Reginald Skolinski.
It's just fat Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, it is just a fat Napoleon Dynamite.
With like the weirdest proportions I've ever seen on an animated character. I was like
And
semi-regular sized body, but head like
and he
insane.
has the Daredevil Dan janky legs because he's just hopping around
Yeah.
like a weirdo
Like
playing this
something
video
that,
game.
that we mentioned while watching it is like, out of all the characters, like the girl, what's her name? The girl's name?
Z.
No.
No,
redhead.
Jenny.
Jenny.
No, Jenny.
Jenny is like the only one in the movie who has like proportionate.
Yeah, she looks
features.
normal.
She looks normal.
Well, she's from the good neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Is that what it is?
that might be it. But everyone else, they're like, it's oddly like Tim Burton-esque. You know, like
Yeah.
could have been a Tim Burton movie, but like didn't quite make it that way. So
I think-
arms are spindly or too fat, or you know.
I feel like Tony I think you said it, but I think you hit the nail on the head. This was probably originally intended to be like Coraline or like stop motion kind of stuff. And then they were like, oh, well, we can do this mocap for probably a lot cheaper
Less
and a lot
time.
faster,
Yeah.
I would guess.
So, fucking Skull over here is playing some sick Thou Art Dead. I want to play that game.
Yeah.
Fucking like 8-bit arcade side scrolling action. And I like the Wizard of War level sound card when it's like Thou Art Dead. Cha 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 cha
Yeah.
cha 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 cha.
I mean, it's pretty much just Golden Axe, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Little-
Golden
Golden
Axe.
Axe was you could go up and down.
Or like
beat 'em
Altered
up.
Beast.
Yeah.
It's a lot like Altered Beast if you didn't get to transform. At least not that we saw. With a little Castlevania thrown in.
Yeah.
It's like the really shitty Conan game, the one where the only sword fighting you do is you pick the sword up and then just huck it at something.
Was the name of the game Thou Art Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was just the kill screen, but okay.
So he's like, while he's playing this game, he's talking to him. He's like, that's straight up a possessed house. You got to find the heart and kill it. And he's right. Like
Yeah.
he just, like that kid just knows his monsters.
Yep.
So they're like, all right, well, we got a plan here. Why don't you steal a bunch of medicine from your dad's pharmacy, Chowder's dad,
It's the
and then
dumbest shit.
we'll make a dummy that we're gonna feed to the house, and then the house is gonna fall asleep, and we're gonna go in and destroy its heart.
Totally cool. Legit.
You're gonna roofie the house.
Good plan, great plan.
There's a house joke for you and a roofie joke for you. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You know what?
So,
I kind of would like to see a prequel about Skull and Bones as kids thwarting a monster of some sort.
Monster Arcade.
so
And now there is a direct-to-DVD sequel to this based on your idea.
But it's just them sitting in a basement because it's their roleplay game.
They're playing D&D.
Yeah.
They're fighting a gazebo.
yeah,
Oh, man.
Monster Gazebo.
Did you
but
guys
I
fight a
shot an
gazebo?
arrow at it. What happens?
Monster Shed.
It just sticks in it. It's a gazebo. It's like, but it was a +2 arrow. Anyway,
Was this a
fucking-
real thing or like
Yeah,
an inside joke? Or
No, it's a classic D&D joke of the kid who like he reached like a clearing that had a gazebo in it, and he has no idea what a gazebo is, so he just assumes that's a monster.
Oh.
So he's like, "What's it doing?" And the DM's like, "It's just standing there. It's a gazebo." He's like, "All right, I get off my horse. Is it doing anything?" He's like, "No." All right, I'm gonna fire an arrow at it.
Okay.
They're like, "What happens?" And he's like, "Well, it's just sticks in the side of it. It's a gazebo." So he's like, "Well, that was a +2 arrow." So he's like, "All right, well, I'm getting back on my horse and riding away." And the guy's like, the DM rolls some dice, and he's like, "No, it caught you. It ate you." And the guy's like, "Shit!" And he's like, "Gonna start making a new character." It's a fucking
Nice.
gazebo.
Looking through what's the book called with all monsters?
Monster Manual.
Looking through the gazebo. I don't see a gazebo in here.
How is that spelled?
I've never heard of this story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Guess we're not deep enough in the lore.
Yes. Not.
So
You got out too soon.
you guys gotta nerd me up a little bit.
so
Throw some dice at me.
we get a halfway passable building a dummy montage. And then I like that they're staging their assault from the garbage cans. And so their plan is they got the vacuum cleaner that's going to roll on its own. And it's going to roll this dummy up there. And they're doing it, and the cops immediately fuck it up.
Of course.
They just show up, run the power cord over, and they're like, all right, arrest these kids. Fuck them.
They legit put him in the cop car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they told the kids to stay away from the house.
Yeah.
But
Well, they did.
I don't know if you know this, but combos put me on the side of authority.
Apparently. I don't
Combo
know if that's
lives
an
matter.
arrestable
That's right.
offense, fully, or if it was maybe the possession of NyQuil.
You can't have a fluffy
Well, like-
blanket.
Oh,
They
without
weren't
fun.
cuffed, and he gave them back their super
Yeah.
soakers.
That's true.
the cop, fucking takes a big tug of NyQuil, too.
Yeah, he does.
You know.
Oh, yeah,
Stashes some for
he's
later.
definitely an alcoholic.
Yeah.
These cops are all kinds of shit. I'm kind of surprised this Kevin James cop wasn't Chowder's dad.
oh yes,
Well,
You could, yeah, fair enough.
he's
he
not
could be the personal trainer.
I mean,
He's not the personal trainer.
there was. We didn't mention there was a scene where he's on the phone with his dad, or whatever. No,
With DJ.
with DJ, and it, like his dad was like
At the pharmacy.
At the
His dad's
pharmacy,
at work.
and his mom was at the movies with a personal trainer. Like, so,
Well,
So-
you got cooked, Dad. Sorry.
The cops are like, oh, it's a monster house. Well, let's go check it out. And the house, of course, eats them. And
well,
you-
like this is what bothered me. All right, so the cops have the kids in the back seat. The cops about to get in the car and then go back to the police station. Nick Cannon's character was like, "You hear that? Let's go check it out." I'm like, "That's a fucking lie. That would not fucking happen. There's no way the black cop is the one to check out putting noise at a monster house. There's no fucking way.
Did you see his eyes? Though?
There's no way."
He was trigger happy though. He
Yeah,
wanted some
to be
action.
fair,
He was.
He's trying to prove he's a hero.
Yeah.
Also, a problem I had, their whole thing is we're trying to deal with these kids for being on this old man's lawn. And fucking pull half on his lawn with a damn cop car.
Sure did.
That's probably why the house wanted to fuck him up.
Oh, yeah.
But in the house was playing it cool until it realized I could eat both these motherfuckers
Yep.
and
Easily.
nobody would be left.
Yeah.
And it was a wrap.
Wait,
'Cause this
you
town only has
separated
2 cops.
And you're getting that close?
Yeah.
Oh, you're mine.
I could eat you both.
and yeah, you can't help but just be like, good.
Yeah.
Just good.
That's the thing. At this point in the movie, I'm like, the house is like helping this neighborhood. Like, nothing bad was. Maybe the dog. I don't know. But
All the bad kids get eaten.
yeah, Bones is dead. Who cares? The
Chowder
shitty
get-
cops.
Chowder gets killed. No one's gonna cry.
Yeah,
Jenny
like-
sucked up until the point it tried to eat her.
Well, no, she didn't suck, but like
She
they
sucks.
saved her.
She
She
was going to
hates
teach
Mexican
baseball
food.
to special people.
And she hates Mexican food.
Well, okay, that's not a bad
Okay.
thing, but she just was that.
She hates Mexican food.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, she
does
deserves
hate
to
that.
that
die.
might be why she.
And
But
I hope she burns in
after
hell.
it tried to eat her.
Mexican food is the friend to vegetarians and carnivores alike.
It
The
bridges
fat
gap.
and the skinny alike.
Yeah, it really does.
all can meet at the Mexican restaurant.
Not the
That's correct.
vegetarians.
What?
Not the vegetarians.
Vegetarians
Yeah.
can totally go there.
Well, they
You
can't,
can't
meet there.
Yeah. Ha.
Get it?
Fuck
Get it
you.
though?
Ba-doom.
But still, I was like, "There's only one brown character in this whole movie. You're gonna kill him off right now."
He wasn't first.
No,
No, Bones
No.
was first.
Bones.
Technically, at
No.
this point, Nevercracker was first.
He's
Yes.
not saying he was the first, but
I said brown character.
No, to get offed.
He didn't say first.
I said the only. The officer was the
He's
only
saying the
brown
only
character
minority
in this
is
movie.
dying.
The trope usually is the black guy goes first.
Yeah, but I'm
Yes.
not. I'm
That's
not
why I
talking
was like,
about
Bones
that.
went first.
Yeah, I'm
he's
saying.
not the first. But I think Rob's point is let's keep.
I'm saying the representation is.
Yeah.
They got one guy. They make him act like an asshole the whole time, and they're gonna kill him right now.
Bones was kind of a greenish gray. if that
Yeah,
counts.
they get off better because fat people everywhere have to deal with chowder the whole
Well,
damn movie.
You know what?
Hashtag representation.
You know what?
Next.
Fat people's a choice.
All right, so now that
God. The fat people are going to come out
I told you, Tony, those combos ain't lasted long.
very slowly on their rascals.
Yeah.
Did run out.
This is
No,
this is combo me.
It's too late. The
Being fat is
half-life's
a
decayed.
choice.
He's
You might as well call him combos.
like the Borg. He's adapted.
We know all the flavors. Yeah. Outside frequencies.
Yeah, fucking the house eats the cop
I'll
car.
eat this little
The
piece.
kids jump out the back window just in time before they go into the houses like Nasty Maw. And
Oh, it's like fish.
and now the kids are adventuring inside the monster house. This should be pretty cool. This sounds like this would be an awesome video game.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It
Like it just sucks.
definitely didn't last as long as the puddle was going to.
Yeah.
I was hoping the rest of the movie would be in the house.
Yeah, me too.
Well, but we do get some interesting things here because this is where we're starting to piece together through
We got the
photos.
story stuff.
Well, I mean, what do you
Yeah.
mean that it sucks? Like you just didn't enjoy it, or
Well, I would prefer more exploration and more creepy imagery than we got, and less Chowder being an asshole.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like once we got into the basement, there was some pretty creepy.
The basement
stuff
was
happening
cool,
down there.
but they're fucking around for a while.
I think-
up here. And
Yeah, I think part of the problem, what you want from this scenario is like a mansion that they go through and they find the different kind of like body parts related to it. Like they open a door and the whole thing's breathing or something weird like that.
I mean,
instead,
we watched The Haunting. I'd rather watch Monster.
that is not it at all. But
That is true though.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's not wrong.
I'm not arguing that, but that's a totally different thing. But I'm just saying, like, you kind of want more of this exploration. Instead, we quickly get to the basement and then quickly get
Sure.
out.
But it is only an hour and a half long.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we do see some pictures of Ebercracker here and his wife, who is a giantess. And you also see a picture of him from his squad in World War II, which was the Demolition Squad.
Yeah.
So that means, of course, that you're allowed to keep bombs in your house.
Yeah, just TNT.
I mean,
all over
I have
the
no
place.
doubt that Nebuchadnezzar would have bombs in his house,
Yeah.
but it looks like he was just issued them by the government.
I got
thought
them from
when
the
watching-
Army surplus store.
Right.
Yeah.
My thought when watching was he was like a doomsday prepper, you know, just like had all that military surplus.
But yeah, actually, it was not that long ago where, like, shit would just get put on the wrong pallet of military surplus, and there would just be, like, it's
Grenades.
a missile launcher. You know.
As we find out a little later from the time period around with what was going on when he built this house.
You mean when they could
Anything
put
goes.
fat people in cages?
Yo, it's so fucked up.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
we'll
We're not
get
there
there
yet. Oh,
in a
my
second.
goodness.
All right. So,
But you know, like Rob said, being fat's a choice. So.
all right. So now,
It's a conscious decision, even.
but like he said, as he shoved.
But
combos
so
in his
here's the like I said. So, but the cage obviously came after her death.
What did?
yeah.
In the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
We're about to get there. We're like 5 minutes from
Let's
there. Let's
okay.
just go
So yeah, we're checking out.
Still
the
eating
house.
these combos,
Yeah.
by the way.
There's a
I'm in full
discussion of
control
the
of my
house's
faculties.
uvula, and that's the Chowder's like, oh, it's a girl house.
Which he's right about. To be fair,
What?
I mean,
It's-
it is
it is a
more
girl
of
house.
It is a girl house. Yes,
he's not wrong.
The part where you have to show your work to the teacher is completely wrong.
Yes.
But did he say that because he misunderstood the word, or because every girl in his life has vomited when he's come close to them?
Little column A, little column B.
Every combo is like a bullet in a game of Russian roulette.
It's a minute off your life.
No, I don't want any
It's
more.
Russian roulette
Please don't.
in a
Please
fully
don't.
loaded revolver.
Yes, exactly.
No, an automatic pistol.
That's what I don't understand about that reference.
There's a Mauser in my mouth.
So, long story short, they fall into the basement and they fall into a pile of stolen toys. And there's a lot of fucking toys down
shit.
there.
Yeah, like
It's like Kevin Spacey's house.
Yep.
Yes, the basement is full of toys in a cage.
So,
oh,
yeah, they
right.
see a sign for Constance the Giantess.
Yeah.
And they freaking whatchamacallit, they DJ finds the keyhole for his key he found before, and they get into the shrine to Constance, which has a very interesting sculpture of her on the floor.
Yep.
Almost like she's oozing out of the floor.
like Slimer before
It's
he
her
became a
full
ghost.
body encased in cement.
But yeah, we don't at first realize that until fucking DJ trips on the statue, falls up straight onto it.
Makes
And
sweet love to it.
The whole thing just collapses to dust, and it's nothing but Constance bones.
Which is crazy to think about, because you're like, so it was like only a millimeter thick? So she probably could have, I mean, she's probably died on impact, but
Mhm.
I mean, she couldn't roll over, get up.
Yeah. All right, so
I mean, he had to cut her off that couch to begin with.
now,
Like Gilbert Grape's mom.
yeah. Oh, fuck.
The combos are not working anymore.
Maury Povich had
No,
to come in
they're only making things worse. Yep.
with a forklift and a garden hose.
Oh.
There it is.
It's away from me. And they're making it worse.
He's now officially crossed the line.
Rob,
Yeah.
how did she wash herself?
Stop it. Let's move on. It's like late. Let's move on.
Sorry.
Let's move on.
I just
All right,
knew that
so-
would get him.
All right. So now the house is doing some, the house is doing some shady shit. It's like, hey, look, friggin' Chowder, I got your basketball again. And then, like, shoots a bunch of slinkies at him, like, gotcha, bitch! Pulls him up in the ceiling.
That was like bed springs or something.
Well, he's like killer slinkies, but yeah, they were like mattress springs.
Okay, because I was like,
But,
people, how would people lose
yeah.
slinkies on the
So
lawn?
then-
I think the idea here is they broke the shrine, they released the spirit. She has full control of the house now.
yeah, no, I get that.
so
I'm just
now-
like, where are these springs coming from?
Yeah, the animator was just like, what would Tim Burton do? Sucky tubes? And
I would just be like, man, I wish springs didn't exist.
Yeah.
No springs.
No springs. So anyway,
A reference for no one.
For me.
we got it, and that's all that
That's
counts.
right. If you want to know what the hell we're talking about, patreon.com/4am
We'll tell
podcast.
you what other
40% of the table doesn't know what we're talking about.
Slash no springs.
Well,
They should
okay.
be patrons.
So now they're in the belly of the house, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So it sucks up Jenny in
Yeah.
some tubes. It picks what's the name of the springs. JD runs up the stairs like chasing them, like they're like whatever his name, DJ.
They're not chasing.
Well,
they're like
They're
child's or pet cemeterying him,
yeah, but
and
anyway,
that's creepy as hell.
so it shoots them all back up to the top, to the main entrance where its gullet is, and it tries to swallow them.
Well,
The
here's
end of the gullet is where they just were.
I would argue.
No, I think it's below there.
That's
Yeah.
where the stuff went.
I would argue. I don't.
That's where the toys
I mean,
went. But
we
that's not
don't.
where all the people went.
We don't understand how house physics work. I guess, but
I mean,
I
I'm
would
no expert
argue.
counselor.
I have to ask Bob Vila.
I would argue they were probably in like more equivalent to the colon than the stomach, so they had somewhere else to go first. Because like we don't see the other people that were there; we just see the remnants.
Hi, I'm
All right,
Bob
either
Vila.
way, you're going to get dropped through this hole that has like 3 different layers of gnashing like boards and stones and whatnot. Like its gizzard is going to grind you up.
I'm Norm Abram. Today we're gonna visit a house's asshole.
Yeah, I want to
So
see
then-
like the Flipping
Property
Houses
Brothers.
episode for this.
They managed to what's her name? Fucking
Jenny.
Jenny. As they're getting re-swallowed, Jenny's like the uvula. So she like grabs the fucking hangy ball and like it vomits them up out of the fucking house.
Yep.
Yeah, she's still Jenny from the block.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, they get barfed out, and
Jenny from Attack the Block.
It's past my bedtime. I don't know what to
Chowder.
tell you people.
Chowder. I'll give him credit here. He's like, "Fuck all this. I'm going home and having a pretzel sandwich."
Yeah, that's fair.
It's good. It's a good plan. Good
Now,
plan.
pretzel sandwich.
Like a combo.
Is that a hoagie roll with just soft pretzels jammed inside of it
Could be.
with mustard?
Okay, so
Whatever
whatever
you-
into Brian. So as a kid,
All right.
I would make sandwiches out of whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I have done the potato chip sandwich,
Yep.
pretzel sandwich,
We've
Okay.
all tried.
ketchup sandwich.
What was a pretzel sandwich? Explain this. to us.
Legit, just bread and pretzels in the middle of it.
Like the rolled gold kind
Yeah,
of
the rolled
pretzels? Like
gold.
those guys?
You ever done
Just-
Fruit Loops?
no,
That works out well.
we didn't have like fruit loops in my house. My parents would never buy it.
Wait, just pretzels
Smart.
between the.
Well, mustard?
No,
Any condiments or just bread and pretzels?
just bread and pretzels.
Okay.
That sounds
Why?
like, that sounds like sharp.
What?
Like it hurt in
Why
my mouth.
anything? Why anything?
I mean,
Why
I'll,
anything?
I'll make an
Don't
M&M
ask
sandwich.
5-year-old Brian to
Yeah,
explain
like-
himself.
Fair enough.
I'll put some
My
peanut
mom was
butter.
asleep. I was watching my TV.
Yeah.
I was hungry. I had pretzels.
The world is your oyster.
The shitty old person pretzels. My parents would buy.
We've all made
bread.
sad fat boy nachos before. Just crackers on a paper plate with slices of American
Sad
cheese on
fat
them.
boy quesadillas. Just
Yeah,
put it in the
just
microwave.
them until the crackers are all gross and floppy, and you just
I used
shovel
to
in
melt
that
my
crap.
cheese
fall
on the plate
apart
in the
in your hand.
microwave
Yeah.
until it was crispy and peel off the plate and eat it. That's what I used to do.
good.
What's that's
That I can give.
it's like
Oh god.
you get an
So-
Xbox achievement for that.
Wait. I don't know if anyone can hear my arteries just clog. Sorry, continue.
So I just noticed on the back of the combos bag that it's the official partner of NASCAR.
Oh my god!
And I don't think I've ever. Nothing's made more sense in my life.
Where do you even?
bottom
Oh, I
left.
see that.
Give me that. Like,
You know what makes me think of going fast? Combos.
Been
Yeah.
To the
reprimanded.
bathroom, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that on Ricky Bobby's car.
Just imagine every combo is a little NASCAR rushing through your body.
They're not wrong.
All right,
But yeah.
something stinks.
put up that caution flag. You're sprinting to the toilet for a pit stop.
Oh, it's not a pit stop.
Yeah, no,
So at
they
this point,
definitely
the
change those
kids are
tires
leaving.
faster. Than I
Yeah.
can
So now,
get out of
old
there.
man Nevercracker's is like, hey, let's just put all the stakes out of this movie. I'm back.
Yeah, I'm
Yo.
alive.
He's like, I'm going to tell the story about my housewife.
Oh,
And
housewife.
Yeah,
yep.
He said it in
literal.
Oh, sorry.
housewife.
He legit said it in the thing.
Okay, I was giving this movie too
All right, we
much
find
credit.
It wasn't just that Constance was a large woman. Constance was a large woman who was exploited in the circus.
A woman
But she
of
was like-
substance, we'll say.
Not awfully large, you know.
Just a big woman. Like, it wasn't
big woman.
even...
She was
She's
tall.
like,
She carried it well.
That is one of the weird things about this movie is out of all the weirdly proportioned characters we see throughout this, she is proportioned like a larger woman. Like it's just a natural large size.
And Nevercracker's not a big man by any means.
True.
No, he's tiny.
That's intentionally a thing that seems to be a lot throughout this movie, the skinny
Yep.
guy and the tall or the fat guy. But like the point, like you would think they would make her larger to accentuate this.
Yeah.
But she's just like a normal person, but she's treated like a fucking bear.
They keep her in a fucking
They
cage.
treat her in
Now,
a
here's
cage.
the part that
it's like Attack on
He
Titan.
keeps her in a
yeah, that's the part that fucked with me.
No. He took her when
Eventually.
they got to the house. Yeah.
But he was
Eventually.
he's like, it's not, hey, get in my car. It's hey, I'm just gonna hitch up your trailer and take you.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Dumbo.
The only
like
thing
baby
I hope
Dumbo.
is that he just couldn't figure to lock out there. That's the only thing I could think of.
There's some
Because
vague consent issues there.
Otherwise, he's just like, yeah, no, you're mine now.
Well,
and
I
she's
mean-
like, oh, and then he drives off with her.
She might have. Never mind.
Don't
Yeah,
explore
don't-
that thought.
Don't say whatever you say.
Reese the pumpkin.
It's really good.
Yeah.
These are so good.
All right. So basically, Constance is getting rocks thrown. Well, okay, so hold on. Nevercracker, he's like, all right, I'm going to build you a house here in this empty plot of
It was
land.
like the desert.
I'm going to build you this weird
he
skeleton
bought-
of a house that snaps together like a Fallout 4 building and doesn't have an outer frame yet or outer walls, but we're building in the interior.
It's Burton universe.
Well, he
Burton,
did-
Burton wannabe.
They were
Well,
digging the foundation in the basement.
Yeah.
While like this frame was popping
Yeah,
up.
well, they had the second floor
Second floor,
toilet put
yeah,
in.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
He hadn't done the quick time mission with Charles yet, so he hadn't built the house.
I'm just assuming
Hadn't gotten
that's
to the
for,
epilogue.
that's for us watching, so I don't know, whatever. But
Preston was like, Settlement needs your help. Like,
Yeah.
what I don't get is they as we kind of brought up, they living in the middle of the fucking desert with no one around, yet there are still like neighborhood bullies to throw rocks at her for some reason.
Those are just randomly spawned hooligan. Like those are
Yeah.
the NPCs that don't have actual names.
Yes.
They're just hooligan.
yeah.
For me,
They're like the Rattatas.
the whole rest of this movie
Pidgey.
didn't need to be the rest of this movie. Like, this all could have happened and been found out inside the house.
That would have been nice, yeah.
Like, they could have found out about his wife through the pictures in his house
Yeah.
as they explored.
In like an
Like-
album or something.
In an
Or,
album.
yeah, find an old film reel or something.
Yeah, they could have found that through. So
Yeah.
we could have kept the spookiness of being in the house still. But anyway.
That's true.
Yes.
All right. So now, like you see that these bullies are throwing rocks at her. She's like freaking out. Nevercracker can't convince her to calm down. And
She grabs his axe.
Yeah, she's trying to kill them.
And she falls backwards into the foundation. And he's just like, fuck it, just bury her down there. Put some cement on it. It won't smell.
No, she grabbed the cement.
Oh,
thing and
yeah,
poured
that's
it
right.
on
She
her.
poured it on her on the way
Now,
down.
to be fair, these kids were only following the rules of trick or treat.
Because it was Halloween.
It was Halloween. They said trick or treat.
Did they?
Yeah, and she just started freaking out on him. So like, all
Get
right,
out of here, you kids!
no treats.
Just PTSD.
Here come them tricks. Yeah,
For
well,
real,
yeah.
for real, though. Like
Yeah.
they treated her badly.
Yes.
She was acting out of PTSD. They were acting out of ignorance.
All right. Now,
Wow,
I'm
Rob,
not,
that was
I'm
like
not
the
trying to
oddly
excuse
enough-
these
nicest
kids'
thing I've ever heard
behavior,
you
but,
say.
you know, build the walls of the house first. Just
Wait, what?
Just build the walls of the house first.
I
the
mean-
kids can't throw rocks at your wife.
She wanted that bathroom. She never had a bath before.
Well, also you might want like
I mean,
a
they
roof
had
at
to-
some point.
They had to build. I
Just
mean,
saying.
Eventually, but you don't start building a house on the second fucking floor. Like,
Yeah, well, yes. Either way, this is not how you build a house. But hey, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm stuck on that.
Also, weirdly
Anyway.
enough, not that dissimilar from how Catherine O'Hare, not Catherine O'Hare,
Kathleen Turner.
Catherine Turner dies in Casper.
Hmm.
Bumbles her way down a cliff.
So,
true.
all right. So now, the house. It is. So the house is looking happy to see Nevercracker, and DJ's like, "Hey, you don't have to take care of her. Fuck it, just let her
blow her ass up.
Yeah, let her just be this wild person-eating house. By the way, it's Halloween. She's gonna eat a whole bunch of kids. And then like he's like, all right, I'm gonna let it go, and like Monster House gets pissed.
Yeah, I do not understand the plan here.
Yeah.
Because like he convinced him like you've done your part, whatever. You don't need to watch over this house anymore. But it's like he's your in. Let him go put the heart out if that's your plan. Like what are you?
Yeah.
Don't talk him out of this.
So
now the house is on the loose.
In all fairness, nobody thought the fucking house be able to grow arms
Well,
and
yes.
drag itself
Yeah.
out of the fucking lot.
No, I don't believe they thought that.
The rest
but,
of this is a bit much.
Yeah.
Like,
but what did they think was going to be the plan here?
So,
like,
yeah,
don't
Just
calm
leave
her
it
down.
alone.
Just let her stay
Well, I
angry
mean,
and
what
try
are you
and eat
gonna say?
everyone.
Hey, so I know it's your wife, but do you mind just going in and snuffing her heart out?
Oh,
You cool with that?
we
bro?
gotta back up like 30 seconds because this is the other thing. Nevercracker comes back driving an ambulance, still in a hospital gown.
Yeah, he stole it.
Oh yeah, he broke out.
Yeah, there was no like he wasn't dropped off.
He killed
Nah.
those
he was
EMTs.
not
Yeah.
released.
No, he
Well,
probably
he knew he
Hannibal
needed to
Lecter
get back
them.
to the house.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Is he Michael Myers?
wow.
Just a thought.
So
Possible.
now, as weird as the people look in this movie, like that weirdness, I think, really accentuates the house because the house, this whole movie looked awesome when it like transforms into Monster
yeah.
House, and now you're just like, as absurd as what's happening is, you're like, this thing looks fucking cool
Yeah,
Mhm.
it does.
as it's on the rampage.
I mean,
And-
it looks like a Michael Bay Transformer, but it has an excuse to.
But yeah, this one also explains that better with like the pieces of like different tiles becoming teeth and whatnot and things like that, and it makes sense within the context of the movie.
This was like if there was a Michael Bay Transformer and then they showed it, the clip from Big, where he's like, who wants to play with a building? Like, that's not fun.
Right. What bothers me the rest of this movie is like this house rampaging through the neighborhood on
Supposedly full of trick-or-treaters.
on Halloween
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the late afternoon, starting the early evening.
Yeah, sun was
like
like
kids
down.
are out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
We
no
saw-
one fucking notices. Like really, it
No.
goes blocks away.
No one lives in this neighborhood.
Path of destruction.
Like it shows kids.
Yeah.
When he's like, it's Halloween, and the kids trick or treating
Yeah.
shows them.
And they literally say at one point, like, "Oh, you're gonna have like 100 kids coming in the
Yeah.
door."
Yeah.
I'm like, 100 kids?
Well, I guess
like 5 on.
They're all
Halloween, I
starting
think.
on the other end of town.
Yeah, they start on the good end of town where the money's at.
You get full candy bars.
Yeah, they get candy. Yeah, they don't get. Well, plus they don't get apples and floss in that neighborhood.
Razor blades.
Razor blades. Staying
It
away
is
from
true.
the,
Like with the monster house and the dentist house being across from each other, that's like the low end.
Yeah.
yeah, you don't
Tier,
you don't
yeah.
go
We'll
there.
hit those last.
There's like no
Well,
no.
but that's you don't even go because now you're just putting your valuables at risk. The
Yeah,
good
it's like-
shit that you've already got.
You look at the little Halloween
Unless-
map and it just says "Here there be dragons."
Unless you're dropping off your main bag and you're coming back for like a second run.
But that-
Anyway,
Yeah.
Well, I meant they're coming around for like Skull and Bones house because by the later points in the evening they're a little high. They start giving out better shit by accident. You know, they forget how many times you've been there.
so yeah, now Chowder's like, all right, I can use the bulldozer. You get a fucking bulldozer versus house battle. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Then they,
Chowder knows how to drive it.
yeah, they go over to the
Sort
to
of.
At least I
the
don't.
drained lake, and they all like fall down there. The bulldozer rolls backwards down at the house, just fucking like Chris Farley's down the hill and falls apart. But it saw Christine, so it puts itself back together. Now it's just a fucking like ragamuffin mess of parts.
But the
It's-
smokestack's still going.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's determined that that's the heart. So DJ climbs up in a crane with Jenny, who gives him a kiss, so he gets the power of an erection.
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, this thing just beats the shit out of the excavator that Chowder's using. And then like the cape becomes a liability as the house catches Chowder by it.
Good.
Luckily, Chowder slinks out of it.
No.
Well, not luckily. He should have died there.
Slinks isn't the right
yeah,
word
if-
either.
If
Glad
the
he
house
Tumbles.
if the house grabbed the cape and did
Flop.
to him what like Hulk did to Loki, fantastic.
That would have been amazing.
Fantastic. Anyway, so yeah,
Yes. he
DJ
deserved
has
to
a stick
die.
of dynamite that Nevercracker smuggled in his cast. And he swinglings on the crane with the power of his newfound erection because he kissed a girl. And he throws the dynamite down the chimney.
He Luke Skywalker's it.
Yeah.
He sure does.
And Spider-Man's it at the same time.
This thing blows the fuck up
Yeah.
pretty nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Decent explosion.
They would have been so dead.
I mean, yeah, I
Like
feel
10 times over.
I feel with like 3 sticks of dynamite, it probably didn't really matter if you actually got it down that chimney. Like
Well,
anywhere in the general vicinity of the house, the furnace would have been gone.
Well, it depends, like, on what the house's, like, magical healing factor
Sure.
is.
Well-
Because that bulldozer would have just ripped the house to shreds.
Yeah.
Or the excavator.
Yeah, well, here's the other thing you gotta remember. That's the dynamite they got out. We don't know how much dynamite was still in there.
Yeah.
So it just needed something to light the fuse, basically, and the whole thing just
Like,
went.
and
Ugh.
that's what bothers, like, the end part of this movie is like, because it all could have happened in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, everything he needs to vent, and the bowls, and the there earlier, he found the keys to the bulldozer. Are they going to use that at some point? Like,
Yeah.
the movie was framed. It was actually pretty well
Yeah.
put together. Like, I figured something would have driven it to the house to take care, that's fighting the house while they're inside doing it, whatever. But, like, yeah, this whole, I don't know, it's bothered me.
Yeah, I'll say
See,
that.
I thought, we'll wait till our own reviews. Okay, so Nevercracker's homeless, but he's happy because he's free. He's like, good, my wife that I loved is dead.
Again.
But he got to dance with her for one last time.
Yep,
Yeah.
he did. All right, so now they go back to the hole where the house was.
Turn his mic off, Joe.
This way before.
He turned it off.
Keep going, Joe.
All right. So anyway, yeah. So they go, like, the trick-or-treaters show up, and Nevercracker and the kids give them back all the shit that's in that hole. That some of it probably has years of basement
Yeah.
yuck on it, but
They're
whatever.
They're like, can we please just get some candy from this neighborhood once?
There's no house here. Why are you even over
Yeah.
here? Like,
Maybe
So-
next year. That is the real thing. It's like, would you go up to a house to trick or treat if it was just a crater?
No,
in the
I
fucking
would
No,
not.
I would
Just
not.
this old man handing out toys? No, I would not go
No,
there.
thank you.
Hey, this is the house that used to yell at us all the time when he tried to trick or treat here.
Well,
no, it's just a crater.
In
Let's
fairness,
go.
the parents called the cops, but who knows where they are.
No.
Used
one
to, yeah,
phone.
used to threaten
So-
to kill us. Now it's a big hole with that asshole handing out toys. Totally cool.
So they're like, all right, we gotta go, Nevercracker. Just stay in your hole in the ground like you deserve.
Okay.
I was saying while watching this, I so expected for like JD and Chowder to be walking away. He's like, go ahead, kids, I got this. And like we're watching them walk away, and you just hear like the gunshot in the background. My job is done.
So yeah, DJ's parents come home. Whatever. They decide they're going to go trick or treating after all, and dirty pirates.
Dirty, you dirty.
Yeah.
The dirtiest.
And Chowder wigs the fuck out.
Yep. As he's been doing most of this film. And then,
Jenny's like, can we hang out again? Yeah.
yep, Jenny goes home.
And he's like, you don't like Mexican food. You're not even a person. No.
Go
So
back to
then-
your rich part of town.
Mhm.
Where there is no
So-
Mexican.
So the movie ends, and if it ended here, like, it would have been better. But now
There's
it's
a body
like,
count.
yeah, now it's like all the harm that this house did is annulled. Like, Bone comes out.
That again is
Yeah.
that was how it was intended to end.
Yep.
And then they were like, we can't give you a PG rating, or somebody was like, we can't let that happen.
Mhm.
So instead we were, they're like, let's show everybody getting home safely.
All right,
But it's
so,
like-
so Bone the sexual predator emerges from the hole with his kite. The cops, which are a goddamn danger to society, come out. The car's gone, at least. And what else? The dog comes out and pisses on a pumpkin.
Yep, that's it. Monster House.
But all that happens like after the credits start.
Yep.
So
Kind of.
if you just consider it over at the credits,
Yeah.
you could just leave and be like, people die.
Well, unfortunately, Skull comes out before the credits.
Does he?
Yeah.
Uh,
Just
Oh.
before.
That's the other
Bones.
thing we find out about Z. She's dating Skull now.
No,
Or
but
Bone,
it-
whatever.
Is she so? Because she's like, Bones, I made some changes in my life now. You're out. he's like, fuck it, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And so then at the credits, it goes blank. She's like, Bones! Like she's chasing after him. Like,
You know how women be. Anyway,
I have no idea how women be.
yeah, neither do I.
it's Monster House.
Monster House.
Yay, we did it.
All right, boys, that was Monster House. What's Rotten Tomatoes have to say about this movie?
You are Rotten Tomatoes.
I am a Rotten Tomato.
All right. So, yeah, RottenTomatoes.com. Critics gave this a score of 75%. Audience gave this a score of 63%, which is weird. But, yeah, that's their thoughts and opinions. What about you and yours, Will?
Or Brian. Let's go with Brian first.
Okay.
Power move?
No, I like
likes
to go
to go
Get
around
this
the
fuzz
table.
out of Brian.
clockwise.
Don't touch me. No, I actually enjoyed the movie. I was kind of shocked. I didn't think I would like it, but it's a pretty well made movie. Like it's all right, you know. I could see if I was younger, you know, being a kid, there'd be really scary moments for real. Animation was a bit wonky, but you know, I'll give it a pass because it was a pretty well made movie. So, you know, I'd say go ahead and watch it. It's fine. I wish the end was a little bit different, like in the house more often, like I've said. But you know, it's okay. They wanted to have a rampaging house around the neighborhood, so whatever. But yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably agree with the critics and say it's about a C or a C plus. I don't think I'm gonna watch it again anytime soon, but it was fun. Especially not seeing it before, and I could definitely see it being part of like a Halloween movie watching experience for people who aren't really into super scary movies. Like pair this with maybe like a Paranorman or a Hocus Pocus, and you know, it's a fun evening of not too scary Halloween movies. As a Stephen King fan, I liked some of the allusions to that kind of horror, and the plot did get a little like creepier than I thought it was going to get, which was fun. But yeah, good experience, solid C grade from me. Yeah.
Tony, what'd you think?
Yeah, gonna be mirroring a lot of what Will said. I did like this movie. Again, probably more C plus, B minus kind of territory, but definitely a good movie for, like you said, horror movies for the younger folks or those that aren't into the scarier stuff. So great to watch around Halloween. Definitely watchable, decent story. I wish it wasn't motion capture because I think it could have been better, and I could definitely improve on some aspects, like being in the house more and exploring that a bit more. But all in all, good movie, definitely watchable, recommend it.
Okay, Joe.
I don't know if I'm ever going to watch it again, but it's a pass. I think that the C is about right. I mean, the house looks awesome. The animation to house is fantastic. The early part of the movie where the house is kind of fucking with them, you know, and they're like kind of just struggling to figure out what's going on. It's real cool. I think on the flip side, though, the people look awful. This movie would actually be better if you watched it with just on mute, because nothing audio in this is worth a goddamn. They're like all the dialogue's terrible. Like it's written bad. It's not performed well. None of the sound effects are that special. Just fucking put it on mute. It'd be better. Like this would be a good one to watch at like a party or something where you don't have to pay attention all the time. But it would have like some cool ambiance because you're like, whoa, look at that house is doing something cool. That being said, though, like it's nothing egregiously bad happened that would push it into an F. I tell like everyone put effort into it, and the shortcomings in the animation at least have an excuse. I don't know, the writing's bad. This movie it's storyboarded well, but written terrible. Like everything is like looks cool. It was thought out cool, but the story sucks. When the dialogue is awful.
I don't think the story sucks.
Well, yeah, no,
dialogue
the story's all right, but the dialogue's just awful. But yeah, I mean, despite my complaints, it's good enough to warrant a watch. I do feel like I'm going to forget everything about this movie other than the house going on a rampage was cool. So yeah, that's my opinion. Recommend.
I think I pretty much echo everybody's sentiment here. It's like this movie is good enough. Watch it once.
Combos.
Like
No.
Those combos were not good enough.
yeah, no, definitely not. It's not one of those like I can't stop eating it because I have weird pica for some reason. It's like this is like a 55%. Like it's not. No, don't put those near me. It's like not it's not amazing, but it's fine.
It's above the line.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd recommend watching this once just to see. Like everybody said, the animation is okay as long as it's the house. Everything else is kind of like hard to look at sometimes, especially what's Napoleon Dynamite's character. Just awful
Ron
to
Jeremy.
look at. Yeah.
Janky legs.
Yeah.
Fathead.
Yes, all of the above. But
Weird Al and the Fat Baby.
overall, the movie was interesting. It took some interesting directions. But yeah, that's really about it.
I just remember one more thing I wanted to say. It is exactly as long as it needs to be.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. It
It's
could
like-
even be a touch shorter, I think.
Yeah.
Well, there's certain parts that could be taken out, but it's like 90 minutes you're done, and you
Yeah,
get
oh, yeah.
the full story. And you're like, I don't know if I needed to see anything else.
They
Maybe
did
a little
hit
more
that
time in the house.
that 90-minute like golden mark, which I appreciate. But yeah, that's Monster House, and that's it for October 2019. It was back to superhero movies.
Yeah, we gotta finish it out, right?
Just one
One
more.
more.
Just
It's
one more.
summertime.
But it's a
Again.
hell of a finale.
But the other side of that coin is that it's back to the D20 of fate.
Oh,
Well, I'm sure we'll
it's
have
in
have
its sack right now, but
a
I can
Christmas
feel
movie
it.
that
Oh yeah, that's true. Christmas movies.
unless we come up with a list to roll on for Christmas, but that's,
Unless somebody wants to throw us some money our way.
Yeah.
we can't. We watch Thanksgiving.
I don't want to watch things
Oh,
killing.
okay,
Guess
all right,
what?
all right.
That's not a recommend from me.
Discuss
got stuffed.
off the air.
It's garbage.
But Two Front Teeth.
Two front teeth.
Discuss
Yeah, I would.
off the air.
Haven't seen it. Haven't
Bye.
seen it. Sorry if this is too much inside baseball for y'all. You'll have
Do
to.
the spiel, Rob.
All right, yeah. Guys, we want to thank you so very much for watching or listening. Not watching. Can't
Whatever.
see
Hope
nothing.
not. Shut up, government.
Watch us stuff our faces. That'd
We're
be.
on, we're on YouTube. You can watch the screen.
Yeah,
Anything that happened.
you can watch our logo. We want to thank you so much for listening with your ears, not your eyes. If you liked what you heard with your ears, not your eyes, please consider subscribing for our episode archive, merchandise store, and more information. Check out our website at 4ampodcast.podbean.com. You can contact us by following us on Twitter or Facebook at 4am Podcast. And of course, email us at the4ampodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to help support what we do, and you know you do, it's cheap. It's not expensive. Please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/4ampodcast. We've got lots of exclusive reviews there, and we've got more coming your way now that Disney Plus is about to drop. I think we're probably going to do some fun stuff with that. I'm making promises on the air, so we have to keep them.
Fuck that.
That's right.
Big mistake, but all right.
But in the meantime, thank you so much for listening. Have a great, safe Halloween, everybody. Bye.
Deuces.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Adios.
See you next
Watch out for
time.
razor blades in your candy.
Look out for snakes.
Watch out for Kevin Spacey.